All right, our Godzilla marathon continues with another Super 7 reaction figure. This is a cool little figure. Retails for 20 bucks just like all the other ones. But it is meant to look like a model kit from back in the day. And there's two versions of this one. There's this one on the card, which does have a little bit of paint detail, even though it's supposed to look like a model kit. This looks like a model kit that someone has done maybe a little bit of paint work on the nails basically and the face. There's also a boxed version, which, you know, sells the whole model kit thing even more because it looks like a little model kit box. And it doesn't have any paint, but it's the same figure. But it's also $5 more. So if you're an in-the-box collector, there's no doubt that one's really cool. But if you're not, I think this is definitely the way to go because it's $5 cheaper and it has a little bit of paint, which I think is a good thing. You know, I understand why it's not fully painted. It's supposed to look like those old green plastic model kits. But anyways, just to know that there are two different versions, boxed, and then there's this one. And since I'm going to take him out of the package, I definitely went with this one. But I do, as always, Super 7 absolutely nails the packaging. And one of the things that's cool about him is he comes with a little bit of a terrain here, which is not normal for these little reaction figures. But we're going to take them out of the package. But again, they nailed the packaging, including the back here. It looks old, like it looks like slightly, just been in, you know, slightly damp basement. The way old things get as they absorb moisture. It totally looks like that. I think they nailed it. And you can pause that there if you want to read that. But it's basically just about Godzilla. It's not about the model kit that it's based on. But I do like this from Toho Productions, famed movie series Comes Godzilla. Then here it says, a model kit inspired by a model kit inspired reaction figure. So it straight up says it is inspired by model kits. Add Godzilla to your Super 7 reaction collection today. All right. So there's the package, and we're going to get them out of here. And here we are, the Godzilla reaction figure based on a classic model kit out of the package. And I really like this guy. I really do. There's just a very classic feel to him. But I think he works as a reaction figure, you know, as a figure in this 3.75 inch size. Because he's still sculpted well and detailed enough, despite the fact he's supposed to look like a, you know, like a glued together model kit. But he, like I said, the fact that he has this little bit of painting detail still, I think makes him fit in with the other reaction figures, while still being unique. Well, besides, a lot of the reaction figures are like a single color. Like you got the glow-in-the-dark ones and the transparent ones. See, I think this works really well, actually. I like them a lot. And the building detail down here is nice as well. This is a very cool one. I don't know if the actual sculpt, like to look at the face and everything, I'm not by any means enough of an expert to say it's definitely based on this Godzilla from this movie. I'm not completely sure, to be honest. Because, like I said, it's based on a classic model kit. This, I believe, might be an image from the model kit. But he looks very classic, but not quite like the original 1954. Anyways, it's just a good-looking Godzilla. Like, that's the bottom line here. And there's a surprise that I honestly wasn't sure about. Well, first of all, let's show you a little more detail down here with the buildings. Those are pretty. It's a pretty nice base there. Again, it's just unusual for one of these to come with a base. And go on up here. The jaw, I don't think the jaw moves on him. Like the spine detail here. But the surprise that I honestly wasn't sure about, and maybe I should have known, but I just wasn't sure. That is, sorry about that, wacky camera work as usual. The fact that he does in fact come off his base. He's got 2 pegs there. I think that's cool. So if for some reason you don't want the base, like you feel like it makes them not go along with the other reaction figures, I like the base. I think it makes them stand out. But you can totally just have him as his own figure. 100% complete. Holes in the bottom, can stand on any of the stands. For example, here's my little cheap NECA stands I like to use as a test. Huh, it doesn't stand firmly on that one actually. Huh, it's interesting. So he will stand on it. It works. But he's not tied on it, I guess because he's specifically made for this base. Interesting. I'm finding these reaction figures is kind of random if they work with the like the standard peg NECA bases. Like my Gigan figure did, but Rodan did not have any holes in the feet at all. This Godzilla does have holes in the feet, but it's mostly made for his own base. But there he is, you know, completely complete figure on his own with the bonus of having this base. But as far as articulation, it's what you'd expect if you know about the reaction figures. Head swivels up to 360. Arms move up and down. But no, they will go 360. No, like elbow movement or wrist movement. And then the same thing with the hips. You can go completely in the seating position there. Or stomping position. Actually, because of his base, that makes his stomp a little more useful because he's got his own base to stand up, so we'll try that out. And then, of course, the tail just rotates as well. So good, solid articulation, but simple, as all these reaction figures are. But the figure just feels good and solid. In fact, and maybe it's because of the nature of it, these are, you know, based on big monsters, kaiju, but compared to the TMNT reaction figures I have, these just feel more substantial. And dare I say, feel a little more worth the asking price. And it might just be because they're a little better. It might just be because they're based on bigger characters. But I don't know. I feel like they feel a little more substantial for sure. So this is cool. You know, because he has his own base. You know, you can do some poses and things that maybe would be, you know, hard to do to have them stand on their own normally. Like, that's a pretty cool angle. Yeah, just an idea. You can kind of let's see here. There we go. Like he's on a rampage. I think that's cool. But either way, I mean, even because again, it's a base, you could probably have him. Let's see. What am I trying to do here? Like, yeah, I mean, like he's going down to go after the city. Of course, you could do this without the base, but it's going to be a lot trickier to get him to stand. So, yeah, it's a totally cool bonus to me that he comes with this base. Very cool. I like it a lot. Looking down to pick up someone like an ant. Like they're just an ant on the ground. I like this one a lot. I like, again, this just feels so much more worth the money to me than the other reaction figures I'm used to seeing that are just so, I don't know, so small and so simple. Maybe I'm just a sucker. Just the fact that he's bigger because he's Godzilla makes it feel more worth it to me. But we'll put him back on here straight. I do like that, though, that you can pose him in a lot of different ways because of his base. Yeah, this guy's getting a recommendation for me. I guess I've not been assigning numbers to these reaction figures, but I'm just going to say this is just the third Toho reaction figure I've opened. And he's one of my favorites. And I like him a lot. And now I'm having a hard time getting back on his base, but that's okay. Oh, the base could also just be a little part of the scenery. You know, you can use it even. Yeah, I like this a lot. This little base is so simple, but it gives you some display options that I think go above and beyond for a reaction figure. Like here, just rampaging through the city, paying no mind to anyone or anything. Looks pretty cool. Anyways, this has been the Godzilla reaction figure. Well, they don't make it easy for you to look at the front and see what the name of it is. But if you look up Super 7 Godzilla model kit, you'll find it. Super 7 Godzilla model kit, you'll find this one. I recommend it. I like it a lot. Thanks for checking out the Cardboard Cave. Please like the video, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel. We'll catch you next time.